Hello YouTube. Welcome to my channel again. My background's different because now I'm back at college, so I'm not home. And this is, oh my God, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I told you I can't keep track of days. It's Tuesday, so I've been here for 2 days. Since my last updated video, and as the title suggests, I will just be talking to you about before I tore my Achilles, leading up to how it happened, because it's not a cumulative. I'm sorry, it's a cumulative thing, meaning it takes time for it to happen. It's not like something that just happens at random. I didn't just snap it and it broke. This was a period of time through training, through progressively causing a lot of impact on my legs and my ankles. So that's what I'm going to be talking to you about today. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you about was how, or give you some reasons on how I didn't break it, it's not a bone, I tore my Achilles. So, um, it first started that I noticed pain in the back of my legs from the days I was doing tempos. Our tempos are 200-meter interval sprints. It's 10 times 200 meters on the track. Some days I had 10, some days I had 12. I had them every Tuesday, Thursday. In between that, I had Monday long jump, Wednesday triple jump, Friday was normally competition day. Saturday was also competition day. Sunday was cool down and repeat. Now, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I would have really, really heavy and aggressive lifting. So it wasn't like, sometimes you have your sprint days where you might um, go light on sprinting just so you can lift very heavy. But I didn't have that luxury because I'm a jumper sprinter, so we had to fit in the days while we could. And the days I jumped and did my high impact is the day that I also had to do high impact lifting. Very heavy weights, lower sets, but this was to build our body weight up. And also at the point of the time when we're nearing competition, you don't want to keep doing longer intervals. Like we would have lifting days where we would go until failure. So we'd have like 3 sets, and then on the last set you'd go until failure, meaning you could not complete anymore. You completely wore yourself out at a set weight. And this set weight would probably be about 70%. It wasn't like 100% like you're like lifting it and you only can do once. You have to get to at least like 5 reps. So it'd be like 3 by 5 and then until failure. And that'd be for things like um, bench. It'd be for things like squatting. We had deadlifts. We had complex squat. We had some Olympic lifting in there. So if you don't know what those are, um, squatting's on your back. Uh, um, Deadlift is when the bar is in front of you. Benching is when you're on the bench and you're holding the bar and you're pushing your weight up and down. But complex squatting is when you have what you want is it technically to be like 2 times your body weight plus, and you are starting at a squatting position at the bar. The bar is being held up, and you are pushing the bar up, so you're physically standing up, and you're back in a squat position, and the bar will be set on a rest, and you're repeating that. You're pushing it up, and you're back at a squat, and pushing it up. So it's not like a straight squat where you're going down and up. The bar is already set like at like a level that you have to squat underneath it. So complex squats, and I had box jumps, and we have snatches and cleans, and snatches and cleans does a lot for the lower legs. It is all about explosion and power because you're really not trying to use your arm muscles. You're really using your leg powers, leg powers, no, leg muscles, to really get up underneath the bar and explode from the ground. So that takes a lot of strength, and it takes a lot of impact also. Uh, it's a very slam heavy lift. You are literally grabbing the bar from the ground, lifting it up, and like putting all the pressure that you just lifted back down on the floor. Now, my my conclusion for how this happened is I'm a triple jumper. I'm a very weird jumper and a very weird sprinter because typically people who are long jumpers, and most people know what long jumpers are. You don't know what triple jump is? It's a hop, skip, and a jump. It's a right, right, left. If you still don't understand that, I could show you a video of triple jump or add it in. But moving on. So triple jump takes so much strain on your lower legs, your knees, your hips, and your ankles. I mean, it is all your body weight being projected in a forward motion and being slammed to the ground. That is what you're doing. You're literally slamming your foot to the ground to create a force and power to drive you off the board to the runway into the sand. And this happened on my right leg. And I triple jump off my right. I long jump off my left, and that's why I said I'm weird. Typically, a jumper always jumps off the like they're most dominant off of. I am kind of, I don't want to say I am ambidextrous, but I'm kind of am because I write with my right hand, but I do like everything else with my left hand. And long jump is technically you want your dominating leg to be the one that jumps off of it, and my left leg and my left hand are not the dominating hand, but it works. I know I'm just talking track nerd geek stuff, but more on to how I think it happened. So, like I said, I was having pains, and I started feeling this tightness. Now, last year I ended up with Achilles tendonitis. It was very short. It was very brief. It didn't take that long to fix. I was able to work through it and progress through my season just fine. This was very different. This wasn't the same pain I had. This was actually a minimal pain compared to what I had last year. Though I did experience like problems running and issues lifting. When I had my Achilles tendonitis, I like couldn't do either. They literally tell you take 2 weeks off, don't do anything, and you progress back to where you were. And as long as you ice and ibuprofen and make sure you're taking care of your body, eating healthy, sleeping, you'll pretty much recover. I didn't recover from this. I didn't take time off either because I didn't think I had it. I didn't think I had my Achilles tendonitis again because I wasn't feeling the same way. I didn't think that this was the same at all, and I was right, but not in the way I wanted to be right. So I was having problems running. I had a lot of stiffness in the back of my leg. Um, it was really hard to push off. Really hard. My left leg was fine. My right leg, I felt like I was really trying, and I got nowhere. I felt like there was less effort in that I was actually putting in, and that's not good. It made me run slower on the runway. It made me run slower on the track at practice. It made it hard to lift. But PSACs, what I'm in is PSACs for it's pretty much like your state, as you can say, for high school, but it's for college. There's a qualifying standard. I hit it. I hit for both triple jump and long jump, and that was my goal. And I went in there, and I actually felt the stiffness. This is when it happened. Funny enough, it happened during long jump. I didn't even get to triple jump. I didn't even get to long jump. I did this during my approach. And if you don't know what approach is, all it is doing is making sure you're running down the runway and hitting the board so you're not fouling, so you're not DQ'd. That's it. So I was running down the runway. I did it once. I was really off, and my coach told me, hey, you look really slow. And I felt it. I felt it too. When I was even warming up, I felt it. I did extra runs, which maybe caused more of a problem. It did more harm than good because I was trying to stretch it out because like I said, I felt stiff. So when you feel stiff, you stretch. So I did extra running. I wouldn't say I was aggressively stretching. I did a little bit normal than I normally would for warming up, because I definitely felt that, and I experienced problems the week before on the runway being slow. So I did that, and I came down the runway the second time. I was running. I took 3 powerful steps out, and then I felt a quick twerk, and that was it. That was like, my coach told me, he's like, "Hey, look, you look like you sprained your ankle." He said, "Your ankle, like, like, okay, I don't know. I'm looking at the right side. This is the right side, and like, here's the lump, and here's my leg." He said it looked like I did this, like my leg literally just rotated forward and back, and that's what I felt. So I think the root of the cause was overtraining and not preparing myself. I do have to say, I should have told my coaches. They didn't know that I was, at the time I was also having shin problems, so there was that factor, and they're mainly treating me for shin. But I should have been more cautious. And actually, the meet before, my one coach, he said, "Listen, I don't want you jumping in this meet," and I argued against it because I didn't like the results I was having. But lesson learned, and now, um, I guess you could say I'm going through 3 more weeks of this. Then hopefully I'll be in physical therapy, and hopefully I'll be walking again, and everything will be a-okay. No complications with the stitching, so that's great. And let's see, that's it. I hope you all, for those who had it, enjoyed your spring break. I hope you didn't have to do too much shoveling. Um, there's something I wanted to do at the end of these videos. I wanted to start reading some, or giving out some quotes, some inspirational quotes, because sometimes they can be really impactful. Um, so I don't know if you guys like this. I don't know if you guys think this is a good idea. Let me know in the comments. I won't put one until maybe my next video, but this was just an intake on how I think I tore my Achilles. There's so many factors. So many factors. There's sleep factors, there's stress factors, there's eating. Your body is, like, I'm always told, your body is a well managed machine. You have to get it there. If you don't put gas in that fuel tank, it's not gonna move. It won't, and it will have problems. If you don't put oil in, we need oil, you'll have problems. If you don't check things, you'll have problems. Anything's possible. Um, so yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a nice day.